In this question, we are given that the summation of this is equal to this result. And for part A of the question, we are required to re-express this into the form of a plus b over 2n plus 1. And if you were to analyze just this expression over here, it is a rational expression, and more specifically, it is in the improper format. So we can either do a long division, or we can do a simple algebraic manipulation, for example, rewriting n plus 2 as n plus 1 plus 1 divided by 2 n plus 1, which is going to be equal to ln of. So if I were to take n plus 1 divided by this, we will have a half. Then plus 1 over this, we will have a 1 over 2 of n plus 1. And if I were to compare to the format that the question requires us to re-express this into, this is going to be a, b will be this. So my reply will be a is equal to half, and b is going to be equal to 1. And with this format, most likely it is going to be this, we are going to try to show that the sum to infinity of this is going to be convergent, and we want to find its value. So if I were to let n goes to infinity, if I were to analyze the result with this format, this is the part where n is affecting. So I am going to give my reason as such. As n goes to infinity, this portion that is here, which is 1 over 2 times of n plus 1, this will be constant over infinity. So this will become 0. So therefore, we can say that the sum from r is equal to 1 to infinity of ln of r plus 2, r plus 1 square. This is going to be a convergent series. Okay, so this will be me giving the reason why this is convergent. And we want to find the value of this. So let me rewrite this again. Summing from r is equal to 1 to infinity of ln of r plus 2 over r plus 1 square. This is equal to, this will become 0. So my result here is just simply going to be ln of half plus 0. So ln half. Okay, this is for part A of the question. Let's take a look at part B of the question. As for part B of this question, we are going to try to sum from r is equal to n all the way until 2n of ln of r plus 2, pretty similar to this, divided by 2. Okay, now there's an extra 2 in the denominator of r plus 1 square. So in order for us to try to make use of the previous result, we need to at least get this expression here to be the same. So we need to try to remove this 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the law of logarithm by rewriting this as a half multiplied by r plus 2 over r plus 1 square. So if I were to rewrite it into this form, then we can actually break this up into 2 parts. So we will be summing from n all the way until 2n of ln of this half, then plus ln of this. It will be r plus 2 over r plus 1 square. So we can break up the summation into 2 more parts, which is going to be summing from n all the way until 2n of ln half, then plus us trying to sum from r is equal to n to 2n of r plus 2, ln r plus 2 over r plus 1 square. And this is a constant. So when we try to sum a constant, it is going to be the number of terms multiplied by the constant. So it's going to be, the number of terms will be 2n minus n plus 1. This is the number of terms for this multiplied by the constant. So ln half. As for this that is here, we can now make use of the previous result, but we want to acknowledge that the previous result requires the summation to start from 1. It can end with any constant, but it must start from 1. So we're going to adjust this. We're going to adjust this by us trying to sum from 1 all the way until 2n of ln r plus 2 over r plus 1 square. So we are summing from 1 until 2n. So in order for us to get only n until 2n, we are going to try to minus away from the first term all the way until the n minus 1 term. So 1 to 2n minus away 1 to n minus 1 will get us n all the way until 2n of ln, then r plus 2 over r plus 1 square. So, okay, let's try to do some simplification for this, and we are going to make use of the previous result to apply for here. And we are going to then simplify the whole thing, and we will try to show what the question requires us to show. So this that is here, we will have a n plus 1, then ln half. For this, okay, using the previous result, this is the result, we are going to replace all the n by 2n. So for what we have here, it is going to be ln of 2n plus 2 divided by 2 times of 2n plus 1. Okay, so it is going to be for this. And minus away this, we're going to replace all the n's by n minus 1. So it will be ln of n minus 1, then plus 2, divided by 2 times of n minus 1, then plus 1. Okay, we have this. Let me change this bracket to the curly bracket here. Okay, like this. Okay, so for this, because, I mean, if you have to look at what the question requires us to be showing, right, there's only one single logarithmic function applied to an expression. So very, very likely we are going to be combining all these 3 separate logarithmic functions together. So I think what I'll do is I will bring this up, okay? So it will be half to the power of n plus 1, which I can also write it as 1 over 2 to the power of n plus 1. Let me do a quick simplification before I combine these two together. So this will be ln of, I will write this as 2 of n plus 1 over 2n plus 1. Okay, so the 2 here can be cancelled. Minus away ln, here we will have a n plus 1 over, this is just going to be 2n. Okay, let's simplify this even further. This will be ln of, let me combine all these 3 together. It will be this multiplied by this divided by this. Okay, so this 2 will be cancelled. We will have this multiplied by this, giving me n plus 1 over 2 to the power of n plus 1, 2n plus 1. Okay, then divided by this. So it will become multiplication of 2n over n plus 1, which is going to be ln of this, and this can be cancelled. This 2 and 2 to the power of n plus 1, if I were to cancel this, I will be left with just 2 to the power of n. So we are going to be left with here n over 2 to the power of n, and this is 2n plus 1. And this is what the question requires me to show. Okay, so this is part B done. Let's move on to the last part. Let's take a look at part C together. Okay, in part C, we need to make use of the previous result from part B to evaluate this. So I guess the first thing that we probably should try to do is to re-express this to make it into a sigma notation that is as close to this as possible. And I guess to do that, we can try to do a quick re-expression of the individual terms here. For example, if I were to try to make this to be of a format that is similar to this, I'm going to keep 10. And for 12, I will rewrite it as a 10 plus 2, okay, which makes it a bit similar to this. Then divided by 2, okay, I'm referencing to this. 11, I'll rewrite it as 10 plus 1 square. So now this is very, very similar to this, where r is replaced by 10. Let's see whether we can achieve that for this. And this is going to be 11, then 11 plus 2, which is 13, like this, then divided by 2 times of 11 plus 1, which is 12 squared. Again, it has a format that is like this. And let's try to also rewrite this. This will be 20, then 20 plus 2 divided by 2, then 20 plus 1 square. Okay, still good. And for the last one here, it is going to be ln of 21 times 21 plus 2 divided by 2 times of 21 plus 1 square. Okay, still synchronizing to this. And we are going to now rewrite this into the sigma notation to make it look like this. So it is going to be us trying to sum from R starting from 10, okay, all the way until from 10, all the way until 21 of this will be ln of R plus 2 over 2 times of R plus 1 square. But the thing is, we are supposed to make use of the previous result. So if this were to be n, a constant n, then this should be 2n in order for us to make use of the previous result. So this that we have here is a 10, and this is 21. We need this to be a 10 and 20. Okay, it cannot be a 10 and 21, and yet I'm expecting myself to be using the previous result. So I guess we need to do some customization. What should we do if we are to have a situation that is like this? So probably what I think I'm going to try to do, right, is I'm going to try to group this all the way until here. And I'll just leave this as a term by itself. And I guess that is why for this question that is being set, when I was trying to write down this, I already feel that it was a little bit weird because usually the question will just end with one term, two terms, then after that, then one last term. But here somehow they ended with two terms at the last part here. So I guess that is the reason. If I can just go all the way until the second last term, and I'll just leave the last term as it is, then from here to here, I can actually go from 10 to 20, okay, which is simulating n to 2n, 10 to 2 times of 10. Then I will plus this very last term. It is going to be ln, and now I don't really need this to adopt the same format as this. I might as well just press it into the calculator. So pressing this into the calculator, we will be getting this as 483 over 968. And let me also rewrite this so that this can be even more similar to what we have here. Instead of 20, I'm going to just write this as 2 times of 10. So if I were to make use of the previous result, we know that all the n are going to be replaced by 10, okay? So now making use of the previous result, we have a ln of 10 over 2 times 2 to the power of 10. Then after that, 2 times of 10 plus 1. So we have this plus ln 483 over 968. Evaluating this using our calculator, this is going to be equal to 5 over 10752. Then plus ln of 483 over 968, which according to what the question says, we should be expected to combine this together. So this multiplied by this in our logarithmic function, it will be 115 over 495616.